guys, I'm Ben.
And I'm Tommy.
And we're talking board games.
Yes, we are. And today we're talking space.
Space.
You
You can say that as thematic as you want, and the game never becomes more thematic.
What's that?
Space.
You can say that as thematic as you want, and the game never becomes more thematic.
Was that thematic?
No.
I don't know about you, but I felt throughout the whole game that we were space owners. Like we were running a space station. Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like to me.
Never at all. Anyways, so Space Base is a new game coming out from AEG by designer John DeClaire. He did Mystic Vale, also did Custom Heroes.
Edge of Darkness.
And then the most recent one is Edge of Darkness that just finished up its Kickstarter a month or two ago. So, yeah, he's doing a lot with AEG and putting out a lot of good stuff. This is set to be released, I think the 25th is the street date, so check with your local game stores. I think that's what it's also set out on Benchmark on Cool Stuff if you're ordering from them.
I cannot take how red you are right now. And hopefully my red is kind of detracting away from it. It's like balancing us out.
Hopefully. This is what happens when you go to a soccer game after staying indoors all winter long.
Well, tell us about how Space Base works.
So, as you're probably going to hear from many people as reviews start coming out, it's almost Machikoro for gamers.
It's Machikoro.
There are dice that you'll be rolling on your turn. Based on your result, you can choose to activate various cards in your tableau. Other players will also have the option to activate cards based on your die roll as well. There are only 3 forms of currency in the game. You have points, you have like immediate money that you can spend, or you have income, which is where your money will reset to at the start of each round. And that's it. You just get cards, slot them into your tableau, and
drop the dice.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, well.
Slot them into your tableau, and then activate them as you see fit with the rolls to get most points. Rolls.
There are, so the way that activating works is when you roll the dice, you can do one of 2 things.
Yep.
You can either take the sum of the 2 dice, or you can take the activation for the 2 separate dice. Mm-hmm. So if you roll a 1 and a 5, you can either activate your 1 and your 5, or you can activate your 6. Generally speaking, your higher valued items are going to give you more of a payout, whether that's points or income or money. Mm-hmm. But as the game progresses, you might be upgrading some of your lower ones a little quicker, so you might be able to activate those and get a better payout that way. So it's kind of a balancing act. It's really interesting how this works in contrast to Machikoro. Now, you have never played Machikoro.
I have not played Machikoro. It was one of those games that, as I was getting into the hobby, I was like, that sounds cool. Yeah. Like, I can see the appeal of it. But I think I jumped too quickly through that gateway phase.
Sure.
To have really felt a need to purchase it or pursue playing it.
I never purchased it. It crossed my mind a few times. And ultimately just never ended up buying it. Mm-hmm. One of the things that this does better than Machikoro is points. Because Machikoro, if I remember correctly, you're scoring points as you buy cards. Okay. I could be wrong. I honestly haven't played the game in like a year or 2. But there are like these high point cards that you also want to shoot for, and those are a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So you're collecting money throughout the game in anticipation to cash in for those points. Mm-hmm. This one's more of a balancing act where you can accumulate points throughout the game if you time things correctly. And it's really cool how it all comes together.
Yeah. So you also have the option, what you said reminded me of the bases that you can purchase. So you have the option to purchase these bases that will fill up your row, kind of clog up your engine you have going, but they're a one-time benefit of a large sum of points. But I was like, well, the difference here between that and Machikoro, like you were saying, in Machikoro you can save up for it. But here your income will reset each round. So it's not like, well, I'm just going to save up and buy it. You may never be able to afford those, because you have to have a lot of money at one
And when
turn.
he says income, he means money. Your money will reset.
Your money will reset to your level of your income.
So if you can get your income pretty high, then each turn you could possibly be starting with a lot.
Yeah. But even if you have 15 money and you spend 3 of it, you're going to drop to wherever your income level is, which is really interesting. That I don't know. It makes all cards have value. It's not like I'm just going to buy the most expensive one out there, because in the end, you're using all your money regardless.
Right.
So it may be more beneficial to buy a lower tier
card.
Well,
it's really interesting with that, because you're using all of your money regardless. Mm-hmm. It's kind of this management kind of thing where it's like, I want that card, But this card's going to do better. It's not using all of my money.
Yeah.
But I could get it whenever I want, but it's going to benefit me more right now.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of this, like I was saying, this balancing act where do you want to spend all your money to get that card that you're not going to be able to get later on?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to just...
No, so it's an engine building game.
Yeah.
When it boils down to it, you're building an engine to try and score as many points as you can, as efficiently as you can. I won't say as fast as you can, because you can burn out. You can try and score a whole bunch of points, but if you replace all of your income and money cards with points,
no,
you're probably
only scoring
slowly,
on your turn.
Yeah, you're only slowing your turn, and you're probably slowly going to start falling behind as other people that can purchase higher, more valuable cards. So it's maybe not scoring as fast as you can, but most efficiently.
Sure.
So there's a time when you want to kind of flip that switch and say, okay, I've got enough money, let me start focusing on points. But the dice, there's only so much you can do to focus on something in this game.
Right. Well, it's interesting, the game that we played, I attribute most of your win to your one big payout, which gave you 10 points in one turn.
Twice.
Did you?
Yeah, and that was what got me these 2 cards.
Which was a total of 19 points for you.
Half my score.
Yeah.
Almost.
Which was really good, and you banked on that one card.
So, let me lay the table. I purchased cards to go in my 12 slot.
Which is not rolled very frequently.
We never rolled a 12.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically it's not rolled frequently, and in our game it was never rolled. But I got a card in my 10 slot that moved up that was able to activate the card to the left or the right, and then we only need to roll another player on their turn to roll an 11 or a 12, and I could activate this huge payout
quite a bit.
That gave me, I got 2 turns over 20, almost 25 money.
And you had your 10 set so that you were going to get to a point where you could also move your 10 up?
Yes, had my 10 upgraded as well on a 10, 11, or 12. I would have gotten this huge payout.
That's really nice.
So, which is fun because I don't want to say it was strategic because, odds were maybe it would happen, but I was banking on that one roll.
That one roll.
Which I thought was exciting. It was fun. It was every turn it's like, okay.
It was really cool. And for me, every turn for me was really good throughout the game because I had something on almost everything except for 11 and 12.
Yeah.
And I was getting something every turn,
Which I was not.
Somebody would roll something and I'd be like, ooh, I get this. Ooh, I get this. And it was, the higher, usually it was better for me, but sometimes, 2 would get rolled and I'd get like 5 coins and a point.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, that was fun.
Yeah. And
I did nothing.
2s get rolled quite frequently, and so
yeah.
It's a good bet. It's interesting because it's not a complex game, but there are moments where you feel clever and tricky based on how you set your tableau up.
Right.
So it's really rewarding. And what I enjoyed as well, we play with our wives, if you watch our playthrough, and my wife isn't a big gamer. She doesn't play lots of games. She tolerates them. But she was having fun. I feel like that fun was coming from the fact that it feels like you're constantly rewarded.
Yeah,
Every turn it's like, cool, I got something cool.
It starts off really slow, just like you would expect an engine builder to start out. It's like that one turn, it's like, ooh, yes, you did roll a 5, which I was able to get, so I will score, I will get a coin.
Yeah.
And then your next turn you start with a little extra money, which is cool. But then, as the game progresses, you're getting...
Like you said, almost every roll,
exactly.
You have your choice of, ooh, this good payout, this good payout. Ooh, or this really good payout.
Yeah.
Like, which one,
What's going to be better for me for my next turn kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I really like this game, and there's choices.
Yes.
And they don't seem superfluous. They don't seem like they're minimized by, oh, you obviously need money. No, I do need money. But if I'm going to buy something this turn, I think I'll score a point, just one, but I'll score that 1 point this turn, and then I'll get something that's maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe not that big, huge item that I want, but something that's going to score me a few points.
Yeah, we don't want to blow this out of proportion. It's not a heavy strategic game.
No.
But, it's cool. Like, on your turn, you have the choice of taking the dice separately, taking them as a lump sum.
Right.
Then you have your choice of cards that you're going to purchase, and that depends on how much money, where the card goes, the benefit the card gives you, as well as the benefit it's going to give you once you deploy it.
When you move it up. Because did we kind of go over that? So I'll show you a card here, and we'll probably flash a picture on the screen, but you'll see that the card is broken up into 2 spots. You've got this blue spot and this red spot. The blue spot is what you're going to get when you put the card in your base. But once you get another card to replace that card, you move it to the top and you flip it upside down. So thematic. You move this card to the top, and now you're getting that when somebody else rolls it. So it's really, really cool in how you're looking at these cards and it's like, wow, that's a really good card for me rolling. But you want to benefit from other people's rolls. Yeah. This is not a game about benefiting from your own rolls because there are, depending on the amount of players you play with.
Later in the game, yeah, exactly. That's another thing. The game will scale very differently because later in the game, you are receiving by far more on other people's turns than you are on your own turn.
Even though, you know, you can get 10 coins from one of your rolls, you can probably get 10 points by other people's rolls, just how it's broken up.
Yeah, so there's definitely an incentive. I don't know, it'd be interesting to play with different player counts more fully because you could definitely see how the payouts on your turn versus other players' turns would differ.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much that would impact the game, but it is interesting.
Yeah, I really like this game a lot more than Machikoro, and I shouldn't say I really like this game. I like this game a lot, and it's a good game, and I would play this game again. And it might even be something that I would consider owning.
It feels a good niche.
Yeah.
It's a gateway game.
Yeah, I would say it's a gateway game.
But it's got enough meat and crunch and bite that I can enjoy it. And you've used the term before, shoot the moon. You can have those fun, I'm going to try and pull this off. Type moments, and if it doesn't pay off, it's okay. It wasn't, you know, a 2-hour worker placement euro that you invested all this thought and effort in.
One of the things that I don't like about this game is it's a simple game. It's an easy game, but it's pretty AP prone.
There are a lot of cards to choose from.
There's a lot of cards to choose from, and even if there's like 3 or 4 cards to choose from, because that's all you can afford, it's still like, what do I get?
Yeah, once you start looking at where the card's going to slot, what's going to get bumped, the rewards you can get, the percentage of that card being rolled, the odds, you know.
The ease of play to the pace of the game is not very...
if you were not receiving payouts on other players' turns, this game would be agonizingly slow and boring.
Well, and not only that, but when you do receive that bonus, it's like, cool. Is it my turn yet?
Yeah. You still,
buy your card, please go.
Yeah, you just want the next roll to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how long it took us. Maybe about an hour?
The box says an hour, and that maybe is what it was. So as we were playing, that might be my only negative point.
Yeah.
Is the game felt like it took longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
But I think I felt that way like kind of halfway through, quarter of the way through. But as it started ramping up at the end, I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. This is pretty fun. But as
also being our first playthrough, I think in a future playthrough we would have maybe accumulated points a lot quicker.
We probably were less efficient.
But it's a great game to bring out for new people to the hobby. I think that this is really going to be a big hit. I'm excited to see what other people think about this.
Yeah, and price-wise, I don't know if that's important to anyone. It is to me. $40 retail.
Not bad.
Not bad. So I know like Valeria Card Kingdoms, which is another similar Machikoro game, is $50 retail. And there's already an expansion out that you probably want to get, which is $25. Machikoro, I heard the base game alone isn't great. So you probably want an expansion or two for that.
But it's $30, I think, for the base.
Yeah, and the expansions are probably, what, $15, $20?
But this is definitely a lot more game.
In one package.
And there's also more stuff than Machikoro would have.
Yeah, these are great player boards.
Yeah.
Lots of cards.
I can't show you this, but maybe Ben will take a picture for you guys. But when you're sliding cards under, or you need to grab them, and I just did it right now, you like slide it all the way under, and then you have to move your player board back, and then you dump everything over, and it's like, I don't want to play anymore.
And now I can't take a picture of it. Nice.
Well, good thing you got one other board left.
Right? Don't touch my board. Those are pictures.
No, but really good game. Yeah. A good presentation. Pretty simple rule set, I think. I don't think this is going to be too hard for people who haven't played too many games to get into.
It's just fun.
It's fun.
If you're looking for a fun game, this is a good one.
I wouldn't consider it a filler.
Nope, not a filler.
But it's a nice, come over to my house, play a game. Let me teach you some of the new things that aren't Monopoly kind of thing.
Yeah.
And something that I wouldn't mind playing in the meantime.
Yes.
So definitely check it out if it's at your FLGS. Thank you to Game Grid.
Game Grid.
Local store sponsoring not only this video, but a lot of videos to come.
Yes. And this game will be available for rental there.
Yeah.
This is a demo copy that they got it in advance, allowed us to take a peek at it. So if you like what you see and you're in the area,
Lehi, Utah.
Lehi.
And
we're also going to be coming at you with a giveaway here shortly from them.
Sponsored by them as well. Yes.
So we will
keep an eye out
work
for
out
that.
the details, but yeah, that video is going to be coming here shortly.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Go check out our playthrough. Also, go check out a few other videos if you want. And we'll see you next time. 3, 2, 1, go!
See ya.
Bye.